Hi everybody, let's get ready for our math on our brand new packet that we have. So math looks a little bit different than it had looked in the past, so I want to make sure I explain it to all the families and all of the kiddos so that you know what to expect. So in this parent letter that I talked about in the reading video, it gives a plan for the English language arts, so reading and writing, which we just finished that. But it doesn't give a exact day for math, so we as your teachers will go ahead and help you figure out what to do each day. But something I really want to make sure that you know for the math for this month is that it's really about enhancing your reasoning, your number sense, and problem solving. What that means is that the goal is not to get just the right answer. So in the earlier packets, it was a lot of problem solving and just quick do your multiplication facts. This is going to be a lot of thinking about what you're actually doing. I wish so badly we'd be able to talk about it together, because the goal of this is for you to explain your answer out loud. So maybe you're with your parent or someone in your family who you can talk through what your mathematical thinking is about. So that's what this whole entire math packet is going to be pushing you to. Parents, there's some little help tool here that you can look at, but the math looks a lot different. But never fear, we're going to look at it together each and every day. So if you are stuck, I'll be able to help you think through those answers. Now, something that I would get if you have it, which you all were given one before you were sent home, is a notebook. This doesn't give you a ton of room. It's kind of like the whiteboards that we use in class, your math notebook. I want you to be able to put your thinking someplace down. So you can send me a picture of your notebook each day. You can send me a quick snap picture of this paper that you're going to do. But I just want to make sure you realize this is all about mathematical thinking and reasoning and really breaking down what's happening in the problem. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at what I'm talking about. So you're going to see that it says Mathematics Grade 3 Remote Learning Activities Week 1, which is this week, Day 1, which is today. So this is called the Stamp Challenge, and there's actually, if you want to go to this website, you can, and it gives some more challenges that you could try to do. But this whole idea of this Stamp Challenge is to really use all of the mathematical concepts that you know. So think about multiplication, division, addition, subtraction, all of those tools that you've been using. Now we're going to apply it. So we're going to start on A together, and then I'm going to help you guys get set up for B. All right, so let's go ahead and let's look at A. And I love that this is actually a really fun challenge, I think. So here's what it says. How many stamps do you see? So if you're not sure what a stamp is that little, right here, this little square that goes at the top of a postcard or an envelope. Hopefully you guys got something special in the mail that has a little postcard. So that's what a stamp is. Now, so how many stamps do you see here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I see 10 stamps. Now, what is the total cost of the stamps? How much do all of these stamps cost? So my friends, this is where our mathematical thinking is so important, because you have some stamps, but I want to know the total cost. It's not 10. That's how many stamps there are. How much do all of those stamps cost, and how are you going to figure this out? Kind of fun. I'm going to let you guys think about this, and there's several different ways you could do it. Okay, so you could have added or multiplied. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply, because I see 10 stamps. Okay, I'm going to write that down. 10 stamps. And how much does each stamp cost? So 10 times 6, because each stamp costs 6 cents. And what is 10 times 6? 60. So what is the total cost of the stamps? 60 cents. Or you could have written, I don't have it on the cent sign is that C with a little cross right through it. So I have to write 60 cents. Or you could even write it. That's how you make 60 cents. That's how much all of the stamps cost. Now, B is really going to stretch your brain. Stevie has 4 cards with 8 stamps on each card. All right, 4 cards with 8 stamps on each card. Cindy, I'll highlight that for Stevie. So here's what Stevie has. Cindy has 8 cards with 4 stamps on each card. So here's Cindy. Now the question is, who has more stamps? Cindy, Stevie, or Cindy? So Stevie has 4 cards with 8 on each card, and Cindy has 8 cards with 4 stamps on each card. Who has more stamps? Stevie or Cindy? Now for this problem, use this as an example. Are you going to draw a picture? Are you going to draw 4 cards with 8 stamps? Are you going to draw 8 cards with 4 stamps? Or are you going to make a multiplication sentence? You have to decide what you want to do for this problem. How are you going to think through this problem? Now, there's not a lot of room on this paper, so that's where your notebook is so helpful. Draw a picture, make a multiplication sentence, and you have to answer the question, who has more stamps, Stevie or Cindy? Or are they the same? You're really going to have to think about that. So B is by yourself, okay? B is all by yourself. All right, we have 2 more parts for day 1, and then we're done for today. So for this problem, it says fill in the blanks with digits to make the answer closer to 200 than 100. Ooh, you know Mrs. Bush loves these problems. So first of all, we need to make sure we understand this. What is a digit? So who can think about all the digits? We have the digit 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, who remembers why is 10 not a digit? Well, because 10 is a number. What digits make 10? 1 and a 0. What digits make 23? 2 and a 3. So digits can create any number based on where you're putting them. So what you have to do, it's like our number tile game in class when you get to move those digits. You need to move these digits around. So pick where you're going to put them, but the answer has to be closer to 200 than 300. Now I can use any digits I want. Like I could put 0 and 0 and 0 and 0. So what is 400 minus 100? Then that's 300. That's close to 300. I can't do it. Remember, the answer has to be closer to 200. So which digits could you put here to get as close as possible to 200? Which digits could you go ahead, and I want you to kind of play around with this, experiment with where the digits can go. So I already tried zeros, and that was at 300. That's going to be way too close to 300. I got to get closest to 200. What if I put in the number 2 and the number 3? Or what if I put in 2 sevens? You can play around with this and get as close as you can to 200. I cannot wait to see what digits you put, and I also want to see what number you got to. You want to be as close to 200 as possible. Get as close to 200 as possible, okay? Good luck on this one, you guys. And the very last problem, dressing up. Mary likes to dress up her dogs. That's funny, right? One wears a hat, one wears a coat, and one wears a scarf. Their names are Spot, Tag, and Barney. Tag loves to wear a scarf. Spot won't wear the coat. Match each dog with what it wears. Explain your thinking. Oh, so I hope you understand what this is asking. You have to think about, okay, which dog wears what. So the best thing you can do here is take from the problem from what you know. So we know we have these dogs, Spot, Tag, and Barney. One, I'm going to highlight these, or you could always underline these. One wears a hat, one wears a coat, one wears a scarf. Now, their names are Spot, Tag, and Barney. Tag loves to wear a scarf. So I'm actually going to put Tag in green, and I'll make this scarf green. So, scarf. Spot won't wear the coat. Match each dog to what it wears. Explain your thinking. So I want you to think about, what do each of those dogs wear? What do they wear? And you have to take all of the pieces of the problem to figure out what each dog wears. It's kind of a fun problem solving, and don't forget to explain your thinking. So my friends, just a review. You have to solve B about the stamps. I want you to see how close you can get to 200. And then for this one, I want to see how you're going to explain your thinking about what the dogs wear, okay? Now, just a reminder, this is all about reasoning and problem solving. So I want to see your thinking. I want you to see, if it's easier for you to record it out loud, you could get your do a dojo video and send me a video on your portfolio. You can always write it on this paper. Write it in your notebook. The important thing is that you are thinking about this math problem solving. Good luck, boys and girls. I can't wait to see this. You guys are going to rock this. Have an awesome day. See you, everybody.